In the process of sitting down and playing a lot of these amazing Dreamcast games, I fell into this gigantic rabbit hole of playing Crazy Taxi for days on end. And I finally managed to get an S rank in this game. And I want to show you some gameplay of me achieving one. I can do it pretty regularly now. And I want to give you some tips on how you can kick ass on one of Sega's greatest games on the Dreamcast, Crazy Taxi. Alright guys, let's go make some crazy money now in Crazy Taxi. I'm going to give you a noob's perspective on this. I'm not good at Crazy Taxi. I spent a couple of evenings, a couple of afternoons playing this game up until I got the S rank. And then I just got a little bit better and better and better, and now I can consistently get an S rank in Crazy Taxi. There are a lot of guides, a lot of tutorials on YouTube that you can check out to learn these very unique techniques to this game to crank up your score and make as much money as possible. And these are all experts, like very good players. I want to show you some gameplay that has a lot of mistakes, it has a lot of imperfections. As you can see, I just ran against the light pole there. And I'm already deeply sorry for committing the cardinal sin of going to the options and turning down the music. And to make that up for you, I want to give you a very special present. Day after day, your home life's awake. The powers that be just breathe down your neck. You got no respect, you got no relief. You gotta speak up and yell out your piece. So back off your rules, back off your jive, cause I'm sick of not living to stay alive. Leave me alone, asking a lot. I don't wanna be controlled. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's all I want. Yeah. I'm even much more deeply sorry for whatever just happened, but I can't leave you out of this video without giving you some offspring in here, just to appease the devil who's deeply offended by this Crazy Taxi gameplay without any music. So let's get back into the serious business. As I told you, I'm not very good at Crazy Taxi. I'm not an expert, and I never claimed to be. I think this can add to the whole Dreamcast and gaming community by showing you some S-rank gameplay by someone who has not spent days, weeks, eternity on this game, perfecting every single technique there is. And there's so much depth in Crazy Taxi, way more than you would think when you first play this game. I'm playing the Dreamcast version, originally on a Dreamcast, like on real hardware, and I'm playing the original arcade map with the arcade settings, which means you gain more time by doing jobs correctly. There are other settings too where you play for 2 or 5 or 10 minutes at a time, but as you can see, there's a timer in the top left that's counting down, and every time you pick up a new passenger, you gain some more time for that job, and if you do it quickly enough, then you gain some extra time after that. So the goal is, while playing, to always stay at the same time after a job, or even gain more afterwards. You gain 5 extra seconds if you do a job speedily, which is when it's green. And if you want to go fast in this game, there's one thing that you have to do, and that is do the boost. Usually when you start driving, you step on the gas and you accelerate and you get a little bit faster over time. In Crazy Taxi, you can propel yourself forward by pressing the drive button. The drive button is not the gas button, it's to put your car into the drive gear, the forward gear. And when you press that button, which is regularly the A button, like the right button. No, that is the B button. Is that the B or the A button on the Dreamcast? My god. No, the right one is the B button, right? So whatever button is on the right, you press that, and while still pressed down, you step on the gas, and then you lift your thumb off the drive button, and then you propel yourself forward. The timing is a bit tricky to get, but once you do it, it becomes muscle memory in just a couple of minutes, and it's so much fun to go fast down the highway. And Another thing, if you want to keep going fast, because it's not just important to go fast in the beginning, you want to keep going fast. You cannot just do the drive button, gas, and so on over and over. No, you have to go into the reverse gear. So take your hands off the gas, go into reverse gear, which is the B button then, and quickly go back into drive gear, and while it's still pressed down, you go on gas again, and you just propel yourself forward. And if you're just going straight, in a straight line, man, you build up so much speed, and it gets so addictive and so much fun in Crazy Taxi. Once you get that, you're accelerating and speeding down the road going, it is a very addictive game, no matter how simple it is. Now, how do you want to structure your trips here? In Crazy Taxi, there are like two big areas of the city, like this village style area down here with the KFC and the church. And then there is the like big inner city later on. You don't want to go too long of a distance over and over, from my experience. You want to stay in one area. After a while, you will know which passenger wants to go where. So you want to take the jobs that just take you back and forth from A to B, from A to B, from A to B, over and over and over again to really rack up some money. And also rack up some time, right? As you can see, the time is ticking down. We have to add some to that total. So we want to take these red and yellow and orange jobs. The color of the pedestrians here, is it called pedestrian for taxi? I'm not sure. I'm not a native. So what the colors mean is the red one are the short distance drives. The yellow ones are the like medium distance drives, and orange ones are somewhere in the middle. That means you can do these jobs very quickly, and if you do them speedily, you gain 5 seconds to your timer over and over. So you want to build up your timer a little bit. And once you're ready, you want to take a green job. Now, that's where the money is at. For green jobs, right, they are long distance. That means you can pass a lot of cars on the way. And usually these long drives, like this one right here, let's see. Oh no, this one wants to go to Popcorn Mania, not down the highway. The green ones often take you along the highway. There are a lot of cars that are very easy to pass and get you a lot of extra money in the process. So you can see I took another job that brings me back to this village area. It may be a bit boring in the beginning once you want to explore the city and find out where everything is. But once you know the area like the back of your hand, you're just taking jobs, going back and forth, having fun doing it. You can see over here, I'm trying to drift around the corner. There's a drift mechanic in this game. And passengers, they love when you drift. They give you extra money for amazing drifts. I do not have the technique for drifting down yet. It's definitely on my list of things I want to learn in the near future, but I'm not a good drifter in Crazy Taxi. I often lose control and just slam into walls or other vehicles. It's not a fun time when I'm drifting. But I'm sure if you want to get things like the Crazy license, which you get for $20,000 of income for your trip, that's the highest license, the Crazy license. The one we are going for is just the S license, which you get for 5,000. We already have it out in our pocket. You can see that in the top right. This run was my personal best so far. So this is my personal record. If you want to beat it, give it a try. So if you want to get things like the crazy license, you have to master the drifting to maximum every cent you can get from every job you take. So you don't just build up time in the beginning, you build up money as well. So you can do drifts, you can do boosts, you can propel yourself forward while standing. There are other things like the crazy stop that makes you like basically stop on the spot. So if you want to stop at a right area, you can just stop right there. I don't have that one down yet. either. Here, let's take the green one. This one is going down the highway. There's a nice trick there. So I don't have the crazy stop down. All I can do is do the boost. And you can see in this gameplay video, the boost is enough to get an S rank and see the credits in Crazy Taxi. Here's a nice trick. Once you take a passenger like this green one that wants to go down the highway, you want to hug the wall on the left and you just want to go crazy boosting. You can see I go into reverse, into drive, reverse, drive, reverse, drive, boost, 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 down the rail on the left, because there's just enough space to avoid every single car in the oncoming traffic. And that gives you so much extra money. So you really add to that score. So every time you get a green person, like a green passenger wanting to go down the highway, I recommend hugging the left wall and just boosting, boosting, boosting. It's safe. Once you practiced it sometime, it will not be a big problem for you. Another thing that I'm just practicing right now is turning while stopping. As you saw there, I had to stop near a wall for this passenger. And after that, it would be very impractical to go into reverse drive, reverse, turn around, and then keep driving. What you can do is you can do like a spin while stopping. Oh, we took another passenger down the highway here. Let's see us rack up that combo. 5, 6, 7, and so on. 8. Oh yeah, that feels good. So there's a technique where you can spin around while stopping, and then you're the right direction to just boost again and continue going. I think that is one of the big secrets to get a lot of passengers later in the game if you want to get better at this. There are so many cool techniques, and I'm sure they're fun as hell to pull off on an arcade cabinet. Because the reason you have to keep the drive and the reverse button and you switch them back and forth, because there's a gear shift in the arcade game that you just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, bam, 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 bam. And the reason you have to keep the like drive button held down for the boost is because in the arcade, this gear shift will always auto center. So you have to keep it pressed forward to get the boost. I've never played Crazy Taxi in the arcades, but I really want to. So here we failed. $3.2 thousand. That's a Class S license. And getting the S license allows you to see the credits of this game. Usually there's an amazing song playing in the background. Not for us. I'm very sorry. Copyright on YouTube is a bitch. But here we are. You saw my little cover of The Offspring, All I Want, earlier on. That must be enough for this video. I want you to bring your own cover and write it back down in the comments. I don't know how you are going to do that. Actually, there's a voice feature in the YouTube comments now, right? But I think only the channel owner can use. I don't think you can post voice comments. I think only I can do that. Can I do that? I'm not sure. If there's a possibility to post a voice comment, do that. Do your own cover of The Offspring, All I Want, and I'm here to listen to it. That will be my like Friday evening. Just enjoying that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This was me, total noob of a couple of hours of practice, managing to get an S rank and getting significantly better at Crazy Taxi. If you want to do so too, play the Dreamcast version. It has the original soundtrack, even though I'm sure like on the Steam version you can mod it back in to listen to The Offspring, the proper music on the PC. Thanks for watching. Please check out my other videos in the Dreamcast party series that I'm doing. We are doing a new Dreamcast video every single day. And in the end, a little live stream as well. See you then.